The DUP were slow off the mark in supporting the Good Friday Agreement. And Ian Paisley did an interview today when he compared the President of the United States, Biden, to the French coming to the UK and telling the UK what to do. He went on, in fact, he said that towards the end of his interview. He started off by saying that President Biden should stick to the economic brief, that it's good to invest in Northern Ireland, and that he should be very careful because telling the interviewer what President Biden can and can't say, that President Biden is gaffe-prone, and that there's going to be obvious embarrassment. The poor fellow is quite gaffe-prone. It's an extraordinary interview for somebody to be giving just before a presidential visit, however brief. It's graceless and churlish, and I expected more of somebody with his background. I mean, this man and his father have been in politics for years, and they ought to know how to play the game. Clearly they don't. Well, I mean, his father has died, unfortunately, but Ian Paisley Jr. is an embarrassment, an utter embarrassment. But in being so, he's not so different from many of the other DUP individuals who are stopping Stormont from functioning, who are playing this extraordinary game. If Stormont doesn't function, that surely gives so much more weight to the Republican movement simply to unify Ireland. What are they playing at? What is this game? Because it doesn't sound attractive, it isn't attractive, and it isn't effective. This is simply a stonewalling and a sulk. And we've seen political sulks before. The last great political sulk was Edward Heath. And Edward Heath, whatever good he may have done in his short time as Premier, was undone by the endless sulk that took place afterwards. It's just time to wise up and play the game, play the cards you've been dealt, rather than sulk about what you didn't get. Because politics is all about compromise and achieving what is possible. And taking the money that you've been for doing a job you aren't doing is not politics, that's fraud. You were elected to sit in Stormont. Sit in Stormont.